Alright guys, what's up? How's it going? Welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, I'll be walking you through how you can scrape data from Google Maps using Apify. We'll be building this flow inside n8n and we'll extract all the data in Google Sheets. So first we'll walk through what Apify is. Then I'll walk you through our Excalidraw screen and we'll understand the basic workflow and then we'll execute it live in our n8n. So let's get started. So let us first understand what Apify is and what it does. Apify is basically a platform that provides you ready-made robots, so-called actors, to automatically collect data from whatever website you need and then store it in a structured format in data sets. So what these actors are, these are scrollers or web scrapers that can help you get data from whatever platform you are going after. That may be Amazon, LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. In our case, it's Google Maps. And then it'll store that data in a database which Apify calls datasets. You can think of Apify as a giant shopping mall of robots. Each shop in the mall has a different robot, and each robot is trained to do a specific job on the internet. One robot knows how to search Google Maps and collect the data, maybe restaurants, maybe dentists. Another robot shows how you can scan Amazon and get you the product prices. Another one can fetch all the job posts on LinkedIn. So instead of you doing all the heavy lifting, clicking, scrolling, the robot does everything for you. So in short, Apify is the mall where you find the robots, Actor is the robot you hire for your job, and Dataset is the notebook where the robot writes down the results. I hope we are clear with what Apify is. I have tried to make it as simple as possible, and also the best part is you can connect the data set to any other tool like n8n, Make, Google Sheet, or any other CRM. So you just don't collect the data, you actually can leverage the data and do whatever you wish to do. Now, since we are clear with what Apify is and what it does and how it is helpful for us, we'll understand the basic workflow of what we are building today. So I have the Excalidraw screen in front of me and I'll quickly take you through it. So obviously the first node will be some data incoming from the user or from the Excel sheet. So since this is for demonstration purpose, I'll be extracting data from n8n form, and after I've inputted the data from the form, I'll use my Apify actor to fetch the results, and the actor will store it in the data set. And once we have the data set, we'll move it to our Google Sheet. So this is a very simple workflow, no AI agents, no LLMs involved. So let's move on to our n8n screen. So I'm in my n8n screen over here, and as you can see, my first node is a form trigger. I'm using a n8n form over here. So let's open this. So now what we want to do is fill up all the info over here, and I'll take you I'll take you through it. We'll keep the form URL as test URL. Authentication will be none. You can set the form title and description whatever you want. And we need three form elements over here. The first is search query, and the element type will be text. The second field will be location, and again the element type will be text. And we need the third field, which is max result, and you set the element type to number. And I'll go with and you can set the placeholder if you wish to. And we want the form to respond when it is submitted. So let us execute this step first. Okay, I have a form over here. Search query Indian restaurants in Dubai. Location will be Dubai, and I want 5 results only since I want to save my credits. So let's just submit the form, and our form has been submitted. So as you can see, we have our data in the JSON format over here. Let us go to the Apify run an actor node. First, we need an Apify API key to connect our account. So when you insert Apify for the first time in n8n, you won't directly see this. You need to install the Apify node package, and once you install that, you can see Apify over here. You'll see a install button over here. Just click install and you'll be good to go. And once you have it, just click on Apify and then run an actor and you'll get the node. And for API key, just head on to Google and search for Apify. You'll land on some screen like this and just log in with your account. Once you've logged in, go to console. Once you're into console, then head over to settings on the left corner, and you can see the second option over here, Apify app and integrations. So just head over here and you can see personal API token. Just click on the copy icon over here and you are good to go. Copy this, head over to n8n and paste your API key over here, and you can see connection successful. Second thing we need over here is resource. Set it to actor. Operation, obviously we want to run an actor. Actor source will be Apify store actors, since we are using Google Map scraper, this one. Then in the actor, you want to sort it by URL, and you can get this URL by clicking on this Google Maps paper. Head over to this and just copy this URL in n8n. Then we need the input JSON. So when you click on Google Maps scraper and you'll open this page will open up. Just click on this JSON button and you can see this JSON file. Just copy this JSON and paste it over here. And once you paste it over here, we have this 3 payload data coming from our form, input form. So replace them in the JSON over here, since we want it to be dynamic, right? We don't want to personally input the data. So location query will be based on what we have inputted in the form. So Indian restaurants in Dubai, just drag and drop. Max scroll places per search, that will be max results. We only want 5 results. And search strings array, we only want 5 results. And the location will be Dubai. Perfect. We are good to go. So the output will look something like this, as you can see on the right side. And wait, you can leave the rest of the things as it is and click on execute step. Perfect. Now let's head over to the dataset items. So actor has fetched the data and now we want to store it into the database, right? So let's execute this step. Also, before executing this, make sure the resource is set to dataset. Operation is get items, and just search for the dataset ID over here, dataset ID, and just drag and drop the ID over here and you are good to go. And set the limit to whatever you want. I am setting it here to 5. Let's execute this. Perfect. We've got the results. Mumtaz Mahal Indian Specialty Restaurant, best restaurant in Bar, Dubai. And you can see there are 5 items in total. Let's take a look in table format. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Perfect. And once this is done, I'm adding a filter node over here. So what this filter node will do is, if the place is permanently closed or if it is temporarily closed, just don't show me the restaurants. So you can just drag and drop the permanently closed node and temporary closed. Set the condition is false, and you're good to go. So execute the step. Perfect. And now we'll run our Google Sheets node. Let's see if we get the data over here. Perfect. You can see the data has already been synced in our map, Google Sheets. This is the name of the restaurant. This is the phone number, the address, website, and the ratings. Perfect. So this was the basic flow of how we can scrape data using Apify in n8n without using any chat models. Of course, we can use we can add chat models over here. We can get more creative. The possibilities are limitless. I'll try and come up with a more detailed workflow where we are actually using AI model, our LLM model, to qualify the lead. But this was a very simple workflow, to just get the data, and very easily doable. And if you're thinking how much does it cost, so even I am on the free Apify plan, and it's pretty cheap, very cheap. So as you can see, this map scraper is built and maintained by Apify itself. So this is very reliable, and it's used by a lot of people as well, and it has very good ratings. So I hope this workflow was helpful. I'll drop this workflow down in the description box below. Please check it out, run it on your own machine. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me. You can drop them in the comments below. If you are looking for someone who can help you with automating business workflow, I'm your man. You can reach out to me via the email mentioned below. So yeah, that's it for this video, guys. That's it for this video. I'll see you soon in the next one. Bye bye. Take care.